You know, I'm gonna come right to the chase, Some women were made, but me, myself, I like to think that I was created for a special purpose. Now, what's more special than you? You feel me?
I think about, what does Willow need today? Okay, let me check that off, handle that. What does Jada need today? What does Daddy need today? And okay, Jada, before the day is done, you better make sure that you take care of yourself. And that's a new thing for me. But the more happy I am and the more fulfilled I am, it works for the family.
Hey, ladies, can I just talk to you for a second? Can we have a real conversation? I want to reach out to my brilliant, magnificent, smart, fabulous women out there who give your all. There are a lot of us out here. We understand that we don't have sloppy standards. We believe in everything that we do, we should do it to the best of our ability. And we do this in our relationships with our spouses, with our children, at our jobs. If we're entrepreneurs, we're always giving, doing. Well, some of us aren't happy still. And happy is a word that I use very loosely. I want to challenge something. Just bear with me for a second. Why is it that we as women, why do we give our all to everybody except ourselves? I mean, think about it. There are ideas and dreams and concepts that you may have inside of yourself that they're dormant. They're hiding because you aren't pursuing them. There are standards that you have and ways that you feel about how you should be treated and respected as a woman, but you're not receiving that because you're running yourself ragged and you're tired because you're doing everything for everybody else. But here's the thing. Some of you may be in denial because you have this association with I'm a woman and I'm a natural nurturer and I'm supposed to be there and I'm supposed to take care of those people that I love. But my question is, who is taking care of you? At any phase of our life, it doesn't matter. We're always taking care of somebody else. In the beginning, we're young and we don't have any kids, but we're going to be there for our mom because mom brought us into this world and we're going to take care of her. As we get older and we have children, it's like, hey, I've brought another life into this world that I'm responsible for. Therefore, I must give my all and make sure that I take care of this child and give them everything it is that they need. If you go through a phase in your life where you find God, you get saved, and then you start learning even more about picking up your cross and taking care of others and being selfless because you need to give and serve like Christ did. When you get married, you want to be a virtuous woman. You want to be a good wife, and you make sure that maybe not these specific characteristics, but you cook and you clean and you take care of your home and you're constantly doing. But who is doing for you? Even if you're an entrepreneur, you're out there, you're working, you're like, okay, but you're still, your energy is drained because you're getting up extra early and you're doing this for the kids and you're still holding down the home front and you're still trying to serve your clients and your business. My thing is, if you are happy, if you are exuberant, if you feel fulfilled, then great. But if you deal with these moments where every once in a while, the wrong person driving in front of you might just experience some road rage. The wrong person saying the right thing to make you snap is going to have to watch out because it's going to take a little bit of extra prayer to keep you from popping off and hurting somebody. When you find yourself dealing with this level of energy, sister, you need to breathe. And I say sister very loosely. I mean all of you women from whatever was different, from different mothers. I'm talking to all of us because we all have very similar circumstances. We're really not that much different from one another. But when you find yourself dealing with those type of issues, just like, hold up. Somebody needs to cater to you. I know one young woman who, she's like, oh, well, I could get help from my father, but he's older, he shouldn't have to do this. And I'm like, sweetie, he's a man. He's built to be mentally and physically strong. You better allow him to help you. And I just squeeze that in there really quick, because guess what? We actually make excuses for people not to be there for us and help us. And deep down in your heart, you know what I'm saying right now, that it's true. If you feel undervalued, unappreciated, I want to talk to you and help build you into a woman that can begin to not be considered a bitch because you put yourself first, but you can learn how to have that balance and still take care of the things that you love. It's something that you really need. You need to get over this identity crisis that says that I have to sacrifice and give everything up in order to be accomplished, because you're also giving up your dreams. You think about it. You may know that you're a bad mamma jamma when it comes to writing. And you were like, I really should write my story. Because if I write my story, I could just see all of the other women, when they read it, they can understand it is possible to get through. And you may have even started writing. But then life kicks in and you get distracted. You have responsibilities. And before you know it, you're like, I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to come back to it. And it's 2 or 3 years later, and you just remember that book that you started writing. Some of you, it's not even about money. It's like, maybe it's more like ministry. You have like an awesome idea for a ministry that you want to start, or an organization, but it's like, okay, you even at one point gave it a name. And after you gave a name, you may even started writing out bullet points and rules and regulations. I mean, most of us, we get through these phases where we start formulating the ideas that we have. And once again, the kids, the spouse, the job, it gets pushed to the side. And the list can go on and on. I mean, maybe you bake, and you even may decide that you had a name for your thing, delicious treats. Why? Maybe an event came up and it was somebody's graduation or wedding, and they called upon you, and everybody was just ranting and raving about how moist and delicious your cakes were. And you decided you can get you some little business cards and flyers, gave them to a few friends and some people at your job. But now, it's just like, oh yeah, I kind of really do it more for a hobby. And, I'm the person at the family gatherings. I usually make my special cheesecake, pound cake, or whatever. But deep inside, there's a little piece of you that still wants that. And the funny thing is sometimes we forget it, right? We forget that it's even there. We think that it was just a moment in space and time. It's a fleeting thought. Oh yeah, I remember when I used to write all the time and do this and bake and blah, blah. And what'll happen is, after months, years, whatever, maybe even decades for some of you, of that dream being pushed to the side, and it ended up looking more like a hobby or just something you did on occasions, something will happen. And you'll be called upon again, and it'll be like, oh my God, I need to do this. Like, if you're the kind of person who motivates people, you're like, I should have my own business where I do my own little seminars to help your other young women, but once again, because life got in the way, you pushed it to the side. What may happen is one day you may be sitting at your office and there's this young woman that only connects with you. She's 23, she's just getting herself out there, and she comes to you to get advice, and you just start saying stuff and the tears start flowing down her eyes, and you have a moment because you realize that you're impacting her life. She might didn't even have a chance to say that much to you, but because you started speaking, you ignited some type of change in her. And you'll go home and you'll either call your girlfriend. If you're married, you talk to your husband. You're not going to believe what happened to me today. And this woman, young lady, she came in my office and yada, yada, yada. And your friend or your husband will say, see, that's why you should have started your own thing, girl, because what you be. And then that pain or that agony, that frustration or that fire to do something, but then is exhausted by the responsibilities. This is what we're dealing with. We as women, because we give so much, we deal with the loss of our dreams. What are you going to do about that? I'm a life coach, okay? I could have introduced myself a long time ago. Sincerest apologies, but I'm shooting this straight from the hip from what's in my heart. I just need you to understand that. My name is Larkins Crenshaw, and I'm a life coach. And what I have seen out here in the industry are a lot of wonderful programs, but a lot of programs that aren't suited for women who need help in the way that you do. A lot of things are out there. Look, you are into personal development. You read self-help books, you entertain good magazines, you're spiritual, whether you are a part of a church, you do something, you are trying to progress. But all of those things are self-help natured. And you have to ask yourself, with all of the self-help that I've read, even though I may have graduated slowly, am I ready? Ask yourself, am I ready to stop moving slowly and start actually accomplishing the things that I want? Then that requires you to not have another self-help experience. That's going to require you to actually work with somebody who's going to let you breathe. That's what you need. You need to breathe. You need an opportunity to say, come on, I'm going to let somebody help me. I'm going to let somebody cater to me. I've developed a program that'll take you through the course of the year, working on strategies and techniques to bust out of your shell. If you're out of your shell some, to come even further out of it, and to start accomplishing the things that you desire. To learn how to put yourself first without being raggedy or, forsaking the things that you love. And I want you to join me. The name of the program is Created to Be Extraordinary. I used to be that sister. I've been the one that everybody has called on, everybody has lived with, everybody has borrowed money from, and eventually I cracked. And I needed to be the woman to be nurtured and catered to. And I want to transfer those same gifts to you, because it's possible. Women are doing it every day, and I want to help you get there. So I want you can look at the website. You can, I like to keep this as intimate as possible. If you go on my website, you will see my email and my telephone number. If you want real deep details, go ahead and contact me. Reach out to me and let's talk about it. But joining the program, it is a year-long program, but you don't have to be committed for a year. I know some of the practices out there require that. I don't, because I understand that everybody grows at different levels. Some of you may get in here and after about 2 or 3 months, you have everything that you need, and you say, you know what, I'm a real go-getter, that's all I need. Some of you are going to have more pressing issues, and you're going to be like, hey, what do we do once this year is over to keep the thing going? It's 100% subscription. You can cancel at any time. My only request for you is that when you join, don't quit too quick. At least give the program 30 days. In 30 days, if you can't see that this is sparking something different in you and encouraging you to move forward, then request a refund, and then we will discuss how we move from there. I don't want you to quit, but it may also just be because it's not a good fit for you. You may be like, I thought that the way this sister was talking, she was going to give me what I need, but this isn't what I need. I need something a little bit different. Hey, there are different strokes for different folks. I totally understand that. All you have to do is click on the link so that you can get yourself registered. It is a program for 2017, but for those that sign up early, we're going to start early. We're going to get a jump start on where we're going. This program, it does have structure, but things are recorded. They're put on a personal website. So guess what? If you need the flexibility because the timing isn't working out for you, I give you that as well. And here's the thing. I don't know about all of you, but being that I've ventured into the arena of group coaching and getting mentorship, how many of you have done that? And if you have, you've gotten on some of these calls and you're like, man, I have a question. And they say, hey, if you have a question, push *2. We're going to take a couple of callers. And you're never that person. Guess what? I can't stand that. Everyone When I say everyone who registers for my program has a voice that is heard on every Q&A call, I absolutely mean it. I take you all and I put you into small groups so that they're intimate. We're not going to have 50 million people on a call. Yes, I understand that you can learn vicariously from other people, but no matter what you hear, you still need to hear that tailor-made message that is specifically geared towards you. So I don't care whether I have 6 or 26 people that register or 100. At the end of the day, I will work however many days I need to in order to make sure that you and you are all in separate groups so that you get the intimate information that you need. For the flexibility, like I said, there's a private website where all of our conversations and the recordings are held. We will do a secret Facebook group where I will do posts and impromptu Q&A videos there where we can engage and get question, and answers going on. And it's just going to be a phenomenal experience. If you want to check me out a little bit, go to my creative Facebook page. Go look and see why I've been given 5 stars continuously for being extremely compassionate about helping other people reach their goals. I don't want to keep you much longer than I already have. Just understand that this program is going to be extraordinary. It's going to help take you to the next level. It's going to give you personal development techniques to learn to put yourself first without forsaking the things that you love. You're going to begin to put into action your dreams, whatever it is, whether it's writing a book, starting an organization, increasing in your profitability in your company that you already have. It doesn't make a difference. Even if you want to know how to become just, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you like that, but you still want tips and techniques to walk in more confidence with your children and your spouse, it's limitless. The only exception to the rule is that you just got to be a woman. This atmosphere is for us only. It's the one program, no men allowed. I work with women and with men, but we communicate different. We need things different. And at the end of the day, we're treated different. So that's why this is just for us. So click the link and get registered. Sign up. Let's jumpstart you becoming all of the woman that you're supposed to be. I have had a pleasure talking to you. This is August Crenshaw, and I am out.